for your life. I want to thank you so much for popping in here. If you're new here, well, you'll see a QR code at the top right-hand corner of the screen. All you have to do is just launch your camera app, point over that QR code like so, touch the yellow lips on your phone. You'll get my link tree just as easy as that. If you're not watching me, but you're only listening, like auditorily, then go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. Thank you so much for being here, friends, colleagues, and associates. Whether you're here at 12:15 lunchtime, 12:15 in the morning, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., potato. I am so grateful that you guys are here with me today. And everyone says to me, hey, John, what do you do? Well, I'm going to tell you what I do. I actually help people tell a story that leads to them growing a more scalable and profitable business. I typically work with companies that bring in 10 million or more, and I help them find their story and get it out to people so that their audiences will become curious about their products and services, and yes, eventually want to do business with them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into that master topic. I am so waiting for that. So our master topic today is Inspiration for Your Life, Series 2. We're the second year. Wow. Show 40, episode number 2. The difference between being nice and getting taken advantage of. And so we're going to talk about a very interesting part of that. And you might be saying to me, hey, John, well, what are we going to talk about? Well, we're going to talk about what does it mean to be taken advantage of? What does that mean when we say being taken advantage of? What does that actually mean? And so, you know, I think this can confuse a lot of people, what it actually means. But we've all been taken advantage of at one part in our life, right? In a world that often rewards for people being assertive and self-preservation, it's essential to understand the balance between kindness and self-protection. So the power of kindness and compassion in building meaningful connections is important. Recognizing when your kindness is being taken advantage of is also important. And so knowing things of what to do is what we're going to talk about this week, about boundaries later on, sacrificing your generous spirit, real life stories, and inspirational anecdotes to illustrate those concepts. Remember, being nice is beautiful, but it should never mean allowing others to take advantage of your generosity. Discover how we can find that equilibrium this whole week on Inspirations for Your Life as we get into the thick of this, ladies and gentlemen. So what does it mean to be taken advantage of? Well, in short, it's when your cup is basically it's when your cup is basically not feeling as though it's full. Maybe you do something for someone, and then that person basically decides that they're going to keep doing something. So we'll talk more about why people take advantage of you on another episode. But so people take advantage of you for a lot of reasons. So maybe, like for example, when I was younger and I was in school, and I was always getting tickets to different concerts and having access to premium seats at sports events like baseball games, football games, hockey games. A lot of people wanted to befriend me, and you thought it was sincere, but then I realized I need to go back and tell them, hey, I don't really have tickets this week. I thought I did. And then it's funny how they just move away. Then they hear, well, you went to the game. Yeah, I went to the game, but I knew the only reason you were being friends with me is because you wanted seats. And I remember a friend of mine, we're not friends anymore. This was about 15, 20 years ago. He actually was trying to get a job, and I was helping him with rewriting his resume and all kinds of stuff. And then he told me he had no car. And so he said it was going to cost like $3,000-$4,000 to fix. So I asked for his mechanic's number. I called him up. And I asked him, how much is it really going to cost to fix? And he says it's going to cost about $686 plus tax. I called my friend back. I said, it's not going to cost $4,000. I said, there's a lot of other junk you're having done, but I'm only going to pay for the fix to get your car running, which is the catalytic converter. And you'll be able to get to your job interview on Friday because he'll have it done tomorrow, and today's only Tuesday. So I think sometimes people take our kindness for weakness. I think that's what they do. And so when people take our kindness for weakness, we start to feel as though our cup is, instead of overflowing, we feel as though there's nothing left to drink. We feel as though we barely have but a drip or a sip of water. That's what we feel like. And so when we feel that way, I think people get a little bit caught up. And so being taken advantage of can happen then, it can happen in college, it can happen lots of times. It actually happened to me in college when someone I was trying to befriend had no interest in being my racquetball. They never want to do anything else outside racquetball. You have people that do that today. Maybe it's in golf. Or maybe it could be some other place. Maybe it's someone that uses you. So I had this happen too with some neighbors a while back. You guys know I'm an engineer. And a neighbor of mine who I went over to say hello to had told me they were having problems with their computer. So I said, okay, I'll take a quick look at it. And I fixed the problem like within a couple minutes. Like, oh, by the way, I'm having a problem with my printer. Would you take a look at it? So I took a look at it and I said, I'll just call the lady Marge. That's not her name. Say, Marge, the printer's really messed up. It really needs to be fixed. I need you to, you know that it's going to be about probably 3 to 4 hours to fix this. And I was happy to fix the computer for you free of charge, but, fix the printer, it's going to be like, 3 or 4 hours. Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. So she's like, I really don't have any food here. Maybe I can give you a TV dinner. And I finished the printer, and I gave her a bill, and she says to me, well, you didn't expect me to pay that, did you? I said, well, that's why I told you it's going to be 3 or 4 hours, and that I fixed the computer for you for free. So after that happened, I pulled myself away from that person and those type of people. Because there are people that'll have you fixing their computer or doing volunteer stuff all the time, and they don't care that it hurts you. They don't care that it abuses you or that it makes you feel like your cup is empty. You see, when we help others, we should always feel as though our cup is always overrunneth, right? And has plenty of everything that we need, okay? And I will say to you, that is where we need to be. If you can't act in that kind of fashion, then guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You are not being good to yourself. We're going to talk more about that later. So, what else can take an advantage of? It could be the fact that maybe you never come to class, so you're always late to class, and you always want to borrow my notes. And you ask to borrow my notes, which is fine, but you never even give me the time of day other than when you're looking for my notes or when you're looking for what the homework assignment was. It could be something simple as you're wanting to date someone and you're only being friends with someone so they could set you up to go on a date, but you have no interest in being anything with them. I'll give you another example. Back around COVID time, there was somebody I had met online, a gentleman who was in advertising. And I'm always interested to hear it, but I wasn't looking to do anything right at the moment. And I told him, look, I'm not interested at the moment, but I'm happy to hear what you have to share and learn about your business, and I'll share what I do. And he was cool with that. Then he wanted to get together, and also I said, that's great. And he's like, well, when do you want to get signed up? And I'll just call him, I'll call him Tim. That was his name. Tim, as I said to you, I was listening to what you had to say, and I told you right up front that I'm not really looking to do anything. I was happy to listen to what you had in the event in the future. As soon as I told him that I was not interested, he just wrote me off. He had no interest in connecting with me, no interest in following up with me. He was using me so that he could get a sale. That's all he was doing. And so that is the wrong thing to do. That is the wrong thing to do. I will tell you that it's about who you are in life. And if you go to bed at night and you know you're doing something and you're getting one over on someone, well, guess what? Karma does pay back. Now, I'm not talking about making a profit. I'm talking about being dishonest, where when you tell someone that you're going to give them black, but you give them white. Um, See, these are the kinds of things that I think bother a lot of people. And so being taken advantage of means that your good nature is being abused. People are taking your kindness and implying you're weak. So they want to stomp all over you and get whatever they can. Let's say, for example, you're at a store. And let's say that the store has this sale, all right? And you learn that you go there and the sale is 50% off. However, when you get there, you discover it's 75% off. So you take advantage and you keep trying to, so that's an opportunity, right? But when we do that to people, it's a different thing. So that's what we call an opportunity, right? When we're that's kind of like, you snooze, you lose. But if you're doing that to a person that is trying to be good to you, a perfect example is, let's say, there's a friend of mine I help with IT support once in a while, and I don't charge them, okay, just here and there. And the thing is, that's basically what I do. I help them all the time, right? And so the thing is, I'm moving, let's say, next month. And I asked the same guy, let's say Joe, I say, hey, Joe, I'm moving next week. Can you help me out? And he comes back and he says to me, yeah, sure, I'll let you know. Gets back to me and says, no. Let's pretend the shoe was on the other foot, okay? Let's pretend that I'm helping him, okay? All right? Because I'm helping him all the time. But now let's say, for example, he comes back and says, hey, John, I need more help. Like, I'm really busy. Or maybe it might have been the fact that he asked me, I asked him for help for something, maybe a drawing or whatever, maybe he was an architect, and he was always busy. But then he said, hey, John, I need help moving. And I'm like, gee, I'm a little busy this week. All right, no problem. Maybe we could do it the following week. All right, we'll see. And so that's being polite. I don't really want to help him because he's never helped me. So now they come back and they press you. Say, hey, John, listen, I got to be out of here by, next Sunday. I'm moving out and I got to be in this new place because my lease is up and I'm starting to pay rent at the new place. I really need your help. I said, I gotta be honest with you. I really don't want to help you. Every time I've asked you in the past 6 months to help me with just one little thing, you're always too busy. Well, John, I'm busy at work. I said, yeah, but you could do it other times. Why should I help you? And so I'll be honest with you, I really don't want to help you. So recognize when people are taking advantage of you and put your foot down. Putting your foot down doesn't mean you need to be nasty, okay? It's just showing self-love. And when you do that, other people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I guess I can't do that. I guess maybe I was taking advantage. And sometimes people don't know they're taking advantage. They do it because they just take. They see like this sign that everything seems to be free, but they don't realize that it's a give and take. And as Stephen Covey once said, if we deplete our emotional bank accounts and we have them go negative, then it's going to cause a rift in the relationship. And potentially the relationship will end. So we're talking this whole week about the topic of, the difference between being nice and getting taken advantage of. And no one likes to get taken advantage of, but when you are taken advantage of, just recognize it, acknowledge it, and then decide that you're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to talk about more of this the entire week. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege. It has been a pleasure. It has been, of course, an honor to be with you guys this fantastic Sunday. I hope you will like, love, support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out, ladies and gentlemen, with every single person you know on social media. And then you know what? I would really appreciate if you'd go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. And also, click on the link to help keep our content free. And make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or perhaps, yes, a savory plate of amazing, amazing desserts. You the most jaw-dropping motivational content to empower you, yes, ladies and gentlemen, to have an amazing life. But I can lead you to all this great water that is of the highest quality. But you know what I can't do? I cannot make you drink. You have to decide that you want to become a better version of yourself. If you do, I can help you. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and the rest of your weekend. And I'll catch you guys next week on another show. Be well and take care. Actually, next Monday, I'm going to see you, which is tomorrow. But check all my other great content out and all my amazing articles, including the brand new article about the iPhone, where I talk about what's under the hood of the iPhone 15, as well as the iOS 7.x OS. Talk